A BC couple has been circumnavigating North America for the past few years, and they've just arrived in the port of St. John's. Dara Nagel and Catherine O'Neill have had quite the adventure. They began their journey on this sailboat about 3 years ago. They sailed along North America's west coast and took the Panama Canal to cross over to the east. They spoke with Here and Now's Chris O'Neill Yates about their epic trip.
What inspired you and Catherine to make this voyage?
Well, you know, to do a long distance cruise was a lifelong dream for me. And when Catherine and I met, we did some sailing together. We started by doing a trip around Vancouver Island. And then we realized, you know, we'd be able to fulfill this dream together. And off we went 3 years ago.
So, Catherine, what's it been like the 3 years that you've spent? I know you've taken breaks, but what's it been like the past 3 years sailing in all the exotic places you've sailed?
Well, I guess I think the sailors are the last of the great adventurers, and it's totally unpredictable with the weather and the people, and you just land, get off your boat in some port, and then you look around and say, oh, I wonder what's happening here, and you go exploring. And you just never know what's going to happen next, who you're going to meet, or what scary and unpredictable situations you're going to end up in. But it's been a lot of fun, and we've really enjoyed the whole time.
What tops the list of scary / unpredictable situations you found yourself in?
Well, everyone says, have you met any pirates yet? And no, we actually haven't met any pirates. But, you know, you do hear stories that I think grow over time with the cruisers that you meet. But mostly it's things to do with weather when you get into trouble because you decide to leave early and beat the weather, or, you know, you just want to go somewhere, and you know, that's when you take chances and risks. That's when you get into trouble. And once in Panama, we ended up in a situation where our sail ripped out, and we were a few hundred miles out on our trip, and we had to turn around and go back. And it was just torrential downpour, monsoons, and terrible weather. And it took us ages to get back in the middle of the night outside the Panama Canal with all the tankers going in all different directions. So it was a relief when we finally put the hook down.
You may not believe this, that part of our port is tied off because of security reasons. When cruise ships come in with all the talk of terror these days, that they don't want something happening, yet you told me that you were able to just sail up and in Washington and just drop anchor. That's really incredible.
You know, that's one of the wonderful things about cruising in a sailboat. We're a Canadian flag vessel, and we're afforded all the responsibilities and privileges that go with that. So we were entitled to sail right up the Potomac, drop the hook right outside the capital, for free, and go ashore and go visit the mall and all the places there. We've got a very warm welcome there.